Hello, guys, welcome back. This is the Word Unveil, and thank you for joining the service with us. I hope this service blesses your life and your life will not be the same again. So, I'm gonna go straight into the Word and let's see what the Word has for us today. Today, I'm gonna start the series of the parables. The parables is what Jesus used to explain the things that the people cannot see in a way that they can perceive it, and they can have a deeper understanding of what he is saying even though they cannot see. And this one talks about the parable of the vineyard workers. I'm reading from the NLT version, and this is Matthew 20. I'm going to start from the first verse. So it's the parable of the vineyard workers. It says the first verse, "For the kingdom of heaven is like the landowner who went out early one morning to hire workers for his vineyard. He agreed to pay them the normal daily wage and send them out to work. At 9 o'clock in the morning, he was passing through the marketplace and saw some standing around doing nothing. So he hired them, telling them he would pay them whatever was right at the end of the day. So they went to work in the vineyard at noon, full stop. At noon, and again at 3 o'clock, he did the same thing. At 5 o'clock that afternoon, he was in town again, and he saw some more people standing around. He asked them, 'Why haven't you been working today?' They replied, 'Because no one hired us.' The landowner told them, 'Then go out and join the others in my vineyard.' That evening, he told the foreman to call the workers in and pay them, beginning with the last workers first. When those hired at 5 o'clock were paid, each received a full daily wage. When those hired first came to get their pay, they assumed they would receive more, but they too were paid a day's wage. When they received their pay, they protested to the owner, 'Those people worked only 1 hour, and yet you paid them just as much as you paid us who work all day in the scorching heat.' He answered one of them, 'Friend, I haven't been unfair. Didn't you agree to work all day for the usual wage? Take your money and go. I wanted to pay this last worker the same as you. Is it against the law for me to do what I want with my money? Should you be jealous because I am kind to others?' So those who are last now will be first then, and those who are first will be last." Thank you so much for listening to this interesting word of God. And this is a parable of the vineyard workers. This parable has a lot to say. It has two parties involved. It has one, the workers, and two, the boss. So the boss decides on what to do. And because the boss is kind, he goes out to town to look for those people that are idle, that didn't get they didn't get called up the first time for the job. Whenever you go for an interview, whenever you go for an examination, it doesn't matter whatever you go for, you have this, even for your license, you have this fear that takes over you, and sometimes you don't make it the first time. You see, that it's very important that you understand that the people that didn't get called the first time got called later. And in your life, if you go through something that is discouraging and something that you really wanted to make it, even if you are a content creator on YouTube and you put all efforts in making this video and you don't get the views, can I tell you, I want to prophesy into your life and tell you that your time will come. And when your time comes, those that are busy enjoying the views now, those that have the licenses now, let me tell you, when you get your license after 5 years, it is the same license that you get. You didn't get it today, but you will get it. That's what the parable is trying to say. And most of the times, the people that got it earlier they start getting attitude because they think it's only them that can get it. But God comes to tell you today that if you believe and trust in Him and never give up, because consistency, one thing about the workers that got picked up later, they waited there by the spot so that they could be found. When the boss came back, they say came back at 5 o'clock, came back at 9 o'clock, he came back later. He said he could found some people. Then he asked them, because the question is posed to the person who is found at the field. I tell you, my brother and sister, get up today and do something. It might look like it's a small, but it's a start. The seed that you put under the ground will sprout up. It will give something that is going to bring out much more good than what you expected. What I'm telling you today is, don't bother if you didn't get it the first time. Don't worry if your marriage didn't work out the first time. Don't cry if you didn't get that car that you wanted. But because I want to assure you that God has something big coming for you. You see, that the workers had the attitude, they assumed they were going to pay more because they started earlier on. But the owner of the vineyard says, is it a crime for me to be kind with my own money? I hired you. You are not paying me. I am paying you. But you're having grudges over the things that I take out of my pocket. This money that I decided to pay these people, didn't we agree before I hired you in the first place? Maybe the people that came later didn't make it the first time. But the people, they got assurance, I am going to walk and I'm going to get something. But those that were earlier on, the first people, they already got comfortable, and they felt like, if these last people are getting 1 denarius, we are gonna get 10 because we started working under the sun and these people only work for 1 hour. I want to tell you that God doesn't do things the way man thinks it should be done. God is a marvelous God. He is the same. His word never changed. That's why I sang that song in the beginning to encourage you. The song is in Afrikaans, but it's a very good song. He says, is nog dezelfde. Jesus, the wonderlijke. He says he's never changed. His word stays the same. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. His word will never change. The miracle worker, he is the one. He will come into your situation when everybody thinks the light is off. He will bring that light and your life will never be the same again. You must put trust. You must go out there, because that thing that you start today, even though it doesn't look like it's going to go forward, but I can tell you a prophetic word. I will give you a prophetic word today. That thing is going to blow your mind, because when God steps in and begin to move, nobody can hold him. Thank you so much for watching. This video is just here to encourage you and to take you through the whole week and the whole year. And if you find this video interesting, you do well to subscribe to our channel. If you have questions, if you have prayer topics that you want us to talk about, if you have suggestions for new videos, leave it in the comment below. We will reply to you and we will help you. It doesn't matter whatsoever you're going through. I don't care what is your work in life, but I'm telling you that when you start that work, even though it look in the beginning like it won't come out, it will come out. And just like the people that their own work paid first, yours is gonna pay just even more than that. And it doesn't matter. You must check that the parable says those that work later, they only work for like an hour and they got paid the same like those that work from the beginning. If you put God in your life, it happens only those that are in the kingdom of heaven. If you put God in your life first, if you open your heart to him and let him go through into your heart and delete all those files that are not necessary, then he will make sure that you don't need to work hard. The problem is, you must check here, the last people didn't have to work so hard under the sun. The people worked only 1 hour and got the same. When you are favored by God, you won't need to work so hard to get what you need to get. You just need to work smart, and God will be the smart chip that you need to make the difference. Thank you so much for watching, and keep praising the Lord. Bye bye.